quick uke tips here. Today we're going to dip our toes into understanding music theory, and we're going to find certain ways that we can apply that knowledge. So in order to understand music theory, in order to understand where you're going, you need to have a map. Learning your scale tones or intervals or just your basic major scale is going to be your map in understanding music theory going forward and figuring out different ways to apply what you're learning. So today we're just going to look at a C scale. We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now when you're playing that scale, I also want you to look at it as numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sometimes the language that we use is not necessarily saying the letter of the note, but the number of the note. Now we're going to look at this scale and we're going to figure out how we can add some passing chords in a simple chord progression. So the basic chord progression, the bare bones of it all, we're just going to use C and F. So C is considered the root note. It's the first note in the scale. It's the key of the scale. So it's called the root note. It's also called the 1. Now F would be the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, E, F. So we're looking at C, the 1. F is the fourth. And there's all these notes in between. C, D, E, F. So we're going to want to play D and E in order to get to F. Now the next question we want to ask is, are D and E going to be major chords or are they going to be minor chords? In any major scale, the first, the fourth, and the fifth are always going to be major notes. The second and the third are going to be minor notes, and the sixth is going to be a minor note. The seventh is a little bit of a funky note, and we'll look at that another time. So we know if we're going to travel from 1 to 4, we know we're going to travel from C to F. We want to hit those notes in between. Maybe not all the time, but for the sake of this exercise, let's have some fun. So instead of just playing C and F, we're going to add D minor and E minor in between the C and the F. We're not going to hang out on those chords too long. We're going to treat them just as passing chords. So thanks for checking out the intro to music theory, and I hope that you learned how to do some passing chords on here. This is just dipping our toes into music theory. That is an endless universe, so I tried to just keep the basics in this video. Let me know if it was helpful, and have fun exploring.